And you'll notice he's not doing anything particularly special. He's posting listings. No more than one per day, which I talk about on the cheat sheet. Well, here's an example where he did 2 in a day. I would not recommend posting more than once per day, and 5 to 7 times total. And that's you, the page administrator. If you have fans that are engaging with the, if you have fans that are engaging and posting on there, that doesn't count. I'm just talking about you personally as the administrator of the page posting. I don't recommend more than once a day.
Do you know anybody running a lot of ads, Josh?
To be honest, I don't. I'd love to have more case studies on that. In this case study here, actually, let's pull up the cheat sheet.
I don't know too many people who are, we use them obsessively. I mean, everything we do is a Facebook ad. We test everything that way. But do we know any agents who are actually spending the cash? If
I know some who are, and I've talked with some. You have to look at your ad. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Here's a good offer. I think if you are, I will do a 15-minute to half-hour case study with you and try to help you optimize your ads. So long as you don't mind us sharing with our community. I will be happy to do that.
Yeah, what we found is a lot of folks start this, but they don't, maybe for whatever reason, whatever they're driving traffic to doesn't convert like they thought it would, and they usually give up.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's where you can't. You have to keep testing and tweaking and messing with it. It's probably hard to see this, but this formula of the body copy has worked for us across many different platforms. So when you're driving to a fan page, the name of your page is always going to be the headline. You can't change that, or the subject, or whatever you want to call. I forget how they worded the term, but that's always going to be the same. You can do a different image, which I talk about in the case study, the fact that although we've personally found that QR codes work like crazy, when we've tested local ads like this one, it has not done as well, has not performed as well as it does for the as it is for us. We're kind of a more national thing. But this formula here, the like our page to download or to get your free something, that has worked across many different niches and businesses and so forth. So examples would be like our page to download your free Credit Crusher report and learn how to improve your credit fast and easy. Or like our page for immediate access to our Best Buy deal of the week in Harrisburg, PA. Or like our page to download your free home buyer handbook.
So they know, Josh, I never thought of it this way. They know before they get there that they're going to have to like your page.
Right. What also happens is when you tell them to do that, you will get likes right in your ad without the person going to the page. And you may be thinking, well, what good does that do me? They don't go to my page. But they are now, that's almost like an opt-in, because now every time you post something, which is why you need to think strategically and not spam your wall, but every time you post something, they're going to be notified and it will go to their profile, so their sphere of influence would have an opportunity to see it as well. So you can see so this is going to an external page, and you'll see there's nothing down here like this where the person can actually click like in the ad. Okay, so that's the strategy. Now, I brought up Shannon's because I'm hoping that. Okay, hot deals. So you could do. This is an example of how you could use that formula. You can make this your landing tab. And you can make it so that the person can't see the video until they like the page, which we show you how to do that. And So the ad could say, like our page to access our Best Buy deal of the week in Lake Norman, North Carolina, or in Harrisburg, PA, or in Philadelphia, PA, or in South Philly, or in South Austin, whatever. I can almost guarantee that formula will work. Now, what you may have to play with is the demographic that you're serving the ad to. That's where it gets a little hairy with local ads. You're going to have to do a lot of testing for that. Go ahead, Ryan. Sorry.
No, I just wondered if you click like in the actual ad for the page, does it take them right to the content?
I don't think so. But I think what it means is, well, I know what it means is when they come back, they can access that content.
Okay.
So you might want to, for that reason, if you wanted to give yourself a better chance of getting them to the page first, you might say, visit our page, then click like to access our Best Buy deal of the week in Lake Norman, North Carolina. So
I just had a kind of idea just off the fly. What if you ran an ad that said, click like to the bottom left if you want to win $1 million? So without somebody, sort of like Carl's QR code idea, so somebody could just click like without you spending the money on the ad?
Right.
Is that doable, or?
You could do it, but you got to be careful what you promise. Like we've run ads. We have run ads testing different things, and there are instances where we have twice as many likes as we have clicks for an ad, which means the way we crafted that ad was getting people to like it without even visiting the page. So if we do an ad for Harrisburg, PA, click like to the bottom left if you love Harrisburg. Yeah.
You could do that to get likes for your page. So it would be like Harrisburg, PA homes, but then the body of the ad would be click like to the bottom left if you love Harrisburg. That's pretty neat.
Sure.
Yeah.
What I'm bringing up here is a local restaurant that has a nice fan base. And here's why I brought it up. You could run an ad, and this is what you should be doing. You should look for local businesses that already have a fan base and run your ads only to them. And sometimes it may work, sometimes it may not. But that's one way to do your demographic targeting. I hope that makes sense to everybody. You may have to play around, but just think about it. Think about the businesses in your local market that are progressive thinking, that are social media everywhere, and look for the ones that, if you go to a restaurant and all over the place they have, be sure to visit our fan page and like our page for free coupons or whatever. There's likely that they've got a decent fan base. The other thing is, I'm surprised I haven't liked this.
So
the other thing is you may get some good ideas.
You're saying run an ad that targets the people who like this page?
Yes.
Right, okay. Is that in the training?
Probably not. I don't think
Maybe we should go into the ad module. That's what I'm wondering if people want to see that. Maybe
okay. Yeah, sure. Let's...
And while you do that, somebody's asking how to place a capture form in the Facebook page. We have some of that stuff in our fan page system, but basically, if you use one of the iFrame apps that are freely available, you can embed any content in your Facebook page that you want. So you could take a form that you created with Aweber or GetResponse or wherever your CRM and embed it inside of an iFrame app. I think that's subject for something else, but if you don't have access to that, let us know. We could give you the tutorial just for that.
This is struggling to bring up. No, I don't want the application.
Yeah, Chris, Josh is kind of doing this now. What he's going to show you is how to run an ad that targets people who like a certain page. So you'd say, I only want this ad to show to people who like this fan page.
Okay, so what I told you when I mentioned that we recently set up a page that ranked on page 2, it was actually for the keyword term Harrisburg Placing. Okay, we're always messing with different stuff, and this is just something we fired up with our team. And so notice when I chose that page, by default, the title, which is what it calls it, not the headline, but the title